Bwahahaha. My name is Amy2, and welcome back to Talk to Transformer. I got the computer back, and it's got the graphics card. It's so much faster. It was like... I went on Surviv.io a little to test it, and compared to beforehand, it is so much faster. It's so smooth. Okay, anyway, let's just start the Talk to Transformer thing. He ate a loaf of bread and thought it was funny. He ate a loaf of bread and thought it was funny, but later realized it was poisonous. Overt fear. A PR project's time and energy can be expended in several ways, but one of them is to induce extreme anxiety in others. Otherwise, it is likely that the campaigners, which may include PR professionals, will not have a sufficient awareness of their own behavior to prevent unacceptable actions from being taken in the future. Too many white boxes in my path. Oh man. The higher-ups in large companies and organizations will need to take more care when deploying tech tools. People like Alesa Muniz are stepping up, but there's room for more. Referrals are good. Setting people up for success are better. That one was better than I anticipated. Amy 2 was picking apples from the apple tree. Is this going to turn into like some kind of Macintosh thing or whatever? Well, Macintosh is a type of apple. Amy 2 was picking apples from the apple tree in her front yard. She said that when she looked up, she saw a bunch of people climbing over her lawn and trampling her. She said that the people inside of the police car looked really nice and friendly. Oh, you mean it could either be talking about the policemen, or if it's the back of the police car, then the criminals. Brian said that Yale's brother Scott knows that her daughter was murdered. He said he's concerned for her safety. She's dead. Stefan said that Ira didn't have a college degree, but he did have some first-hand experience with law enforcement. He said that he had a friend who was stabbed on the street by a cop. What? He said that police would just tell him it's just a passing incident. What? Police don't do that. Brian said that Era told him that Era's dad would get really ... Yeah, that was pretty weird. Moon was eating donuts in the back of his car. What? It turned into Star Wars. Moon was eating donuts in the back of his car. This is the sort of incident that usually happens when Han Solo and Chewbacca, or one of them, is captured by the Empire. Advertisement. Of course, that's a lot of chow in one scene for 4 minutes. But but in the context of this movie, it's okay. It's a little far-fetched, but all this space dancing and blowing stuff up and crap, I think that's just how Luke Skywalker wants to spend his summer. What the hell is this? Oh, and the Millennium Falcon itself will have a new paint job too. Advertisement. Now, as far as Luke's college life goes, he's currently attending the prestigious Jedi Academy. What? How did it suddenly turn this in, like, how did it suddenly turn, like, Star Wars into some kind of college life thing? Because that's pretty much what it is. Moon was eating donuts in the back of his car. The scrawny guy and I sat across from each other. My dead weight pad between them. What? At first, the donuts were saucy and thick. They burned easily, especially when warm. Especially when warm, yeah. But they didn't taste like them, not at all. The moon guy says they're fakes. I know. I didn't want to believe it, but I had to. You can't even tell the difference. So I asked him. They taste really good to me. He says, but they aren't yours. And then I felt an urge to lie, to make him feel better. What if I ate them? I said. They wouldn't... ... Oh man, that one was so good. Another one. Hey, what? Oh, this is amazing. Okay. Moon was eating donuts in the back of his car when he heard a rapid-fire hail and the crunch of bricks under his bumper. The road had been completely potholed, and he was rolling away to the shoulder in his Uber. As he says, a passenger who had stuck around to help him seemed to hear all of the noises that were getting louder and more frequent, and was asking his co-pilot to slow down. In a car? Or what? Despite all of this, he was going 80 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour for a car that's fast. On the road in such a situation, then suddenly there was a loud crack, and he looked down to see a piece of concrete tumble to the asphalt. Looking worse for wear, I thought it was a car going by, but there were cars. Oh man, that one was good. I have to do this one again because this keeps making amazing stuff. What? What the hell? Moon was eating donuts in the back of his car when the man in his native Korean costume came up behind him, knocked the dough from the donut, and oh man, knocked the dough from the donut and threw it at his car windshield. Moon pulled over and called the police. They arrived and took the dough from him. The police handcuffed Moon, took him to a holding cell where a Korean police officer was there to record the incident, and also complained that Moon used a sledgehammer to hit the car window. Moon was never charged with a crime. Moon was in the United States at the time and was working for Coca-Cola Company. He remained an employee for 16 years, mostly because he refused to quit while his visa was still active. He came to America on a visitor's visa. What? I'm sorry, but this one was amazing. Knocked the dough from the donut. Moon was eating donuts in the back of his car while Walker, knew his sister was in the back on her phone when it crashed. But that's not the craziest thing that happened ever. I just got out of the car and there was the girl taking pictures of me, Walker said. Excuse me. No, he's not kidding. You can see her white bikini from above, caked in mud. As she asks how the day is going, she's wearing an autographed Coleman Francis photo from Walker's book, Front Door Tattoo. I think that's my selfie, she says, smiling. I know that, Walker laughs. I'm giving you a picture, ... Why do I always do this weird, like, redneck accent thing or whatever? Like, the up in the woods thing. Like, Moon was eating donuts in the back of his car. He asked me if I wanted to stop by before I left. I said that I didn't care. If I did anything, then what do I have to do? I asked. Leave your phone at the clinic? He said. And I agreed. After more getting to know each other, Moon took a bathroom break, saying that he wanted to go outside to get some fresh air. I let him out of the car and he took off his shirt to try on some of the shorts he'd bought that day. I noticed he was wearing a diaper. What? And asked him if he wanted to go back in and change before he left. What? He said he didn't mind and ... This one is weird. Just to be clear, Moon is 39 years old. Slater was carving a piece of wood. Slater was carving a piece of wood. In less than an hour, he then took it out and cut some blocks of sandstone as well. And started hammering. But the little robot just looked at him and smiled. Not really concerned about whether the wood was good or not. He just kept on cutting. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what he was thinking, but he had a bright light in his eyes, and I don't think I've ever seen something so dazzling. It just sort of caught me off guard, and I wasn't sure what to think at first. As I got closer to the sandstone chunk he cut, I noticed it was somewhat rough, as though it was formed during human hands. As though it was formed during human hands? What? I also noticed that ... So I went from carving a piece of wood to cutting sandstone. Slater was carving a piece of wood when the fox came around the tree, scaring his boy. He grabbed his knife and went after it, spear and all. As the creature came at him, Snickerbug joined him. Snickerbug? Both came up the tree to reach for the fox, as it opened its mouth and began wrestling the boy. Snickerbug dashed off. What is this name? Snickerbug, what? Suddenly the animal came back and with a swift punch caught her in its mouth. What? The fox let go of the boy and tried to drink her down. What? But after a minute, it realized something wasn't right. It reared up and lunged at the boy. But Snickerbug caught it by its nose. He caught it by the nose! What? And pulled it to the ground, leaving a disgusting ... Oh, I'm glad that it didn't finish that. Snickerbug! Slater was carving a piece of wood into the shell to remove a piece of the tree itself. A week ago, Etik headed to collect wood for his home and saw some of the same wood lying beneath the pavement in the middle of the street. How did he see it if it was beneath the pavement? With his powerful wooden hand. Oh, so he's like, it's like Stiff Austin instead of Steve Austin. Atik cut up the log and then had some heat applied to the wood. He wanted to show the world how the log looked like a snake. After his wife and kids heard about the reaction from passerby, Atik apologized and explained the action he was taking. When I wanted to show the world my power, I just put my hand through my body, Atik said. Police later told Atik ... Big Boy and Buddy were made a cyber bug. Big Boy and Buddy made a cyber bug until BOJPD logged into the computer/PC. They found out that Hoseo did not contact SC, but Shogun's staff, Chanjong, Fantasy, Kolka, BOJPD didn't just feel nervous, but angry, and convinced himself that just because there was a conflict between all the players that it was Shogun's fault. After this, they investigated Chanyong and Suda over the issue and found that they were not involved. Suga accused fans of first being jealous and then turned on him because he had gotten into a personal battle with Bosio. They even went as far as telling Sisak to leave the group. After that, JPD ... Is this from a game or whatever? Or are these like in-game names for like gamers that are well known or whatever? I mean, I haven't heard of them obviously, but Big Boy and Buddy made a cyber bug, and now it will be serious or just a cover-up? Uncle Joke. Uncle Joke said that. Oh yeah. Yeah, my Uncle Joke. He always used to say that Big Boy and Buddy made a cyber bug. May 21st, 2007. My Morning Jackets, Alexander Ragtime Band, play at Crocodile Creek, California, and play at Furnace Creek, California. And the band's guitarist and singer Jeff Tweedy, Jeff Tweedy, like Tweedy, similar to this. No, it's not as good as Stringsy Lively, but it's still good. Says he doesn't want the band to sell any of its shows during the summer months, since many famous folk stars are on tour at the same time. See August 1st, 2007 to December 31st, 2007 for the complete list. The July 20th, 2007 issue of Rolling Stone with Courtney Love on the cover lists Yestival Fest as one of America's 6 biggest pop festivals. ... What even is this? Run that one through again. Big Boy and Buddy made a cyberbug hunt. Zero, like the... what is this? This 1st of December 2010 or whatever? Boys staying up. Perth Indians. Excuse me? Desmond Crocker was babysitting some kids in Perth yesterday when he was visited by the ghosts of 3 men. One of the men gave his phone number to the child's parents, and they called it to warn them. They really haunted us in this house, Crocker said. He said he had a flashlight on when the ghost came in his living room and he could see the hands on the wall. One of the men rang the phone and the message was, "Hello? We got a beep and I turned off the light." Why would you turn off the light when there are ghosts in the house? Just saying. Because I would keep it on. Big Boy and Buddy made a cyberbug that could cause a serious pandemic. As I thought they might kill each other, I think they agreed that I would only get one chance and play by their rules. I figure that makes sense. Bud and I are the same size. I was just getting my Pizonics back on and wanted to make sure that the upgrades I got back were working properly. As I signed up as a mystery gamer, I figured that all of my abilities and armor would be hidden. Of course, I didn't expect to have the game push me around or replace my armor with something called an indestructible metal plating that can heal me. You know, that sounds actually better than whatever you have. Okay, but it would also give me energy packs that store my abilities for the game to restore. ... Wasn't as funny, but it was still good. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna have to end this video here. If you liked it, subscribe. And that Strong Crusader video that I was talking about like over 3 months ago, I'm finally gonna upload it soon. Like in like a few days. So, yeah. After so long. Finally another one. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.